Hello everyone, I hope you're well. Today's video is going to be my very late November wrap up. So I'm going to tell you what I read in November, which was 4 things, and I have videos on all 4 of these books, which is something going forward that I really want to do. Every book that I have like a real strong opinion on, whether it's a good opinion or a bad opinion, I want to make an individual video on. So I'm just going to get straight into it. First up, I read Outline by Rachel Cusk. I've done a full video review on this book. The video does turn into a rant. Let me say that now. I tried to keep my feelings like keep calm, but it did get like ranty. So if you like ranty reviews, that'll be a video for you. So I'll link that one down below. This is about a woman who we don't know who the narrator is, but through 10 conversations we're going to find out who she is. So she, we know, is teaching creative writing. And she has to go over to Athens to do it. So she gets on the plane and she has a conversation with someone. She then gets to Athens and talks to her pupils, talks to like strangers she meets. And I felt like we didn't find out anything about the narrator. I felt like we felt everything about everyone else. We felt, we were in, we knew, but our narrator we didn't really get to know at all, and it just didn't grip me. And this is a trilogy, and the first book in any kind of series has to really grip me, and it didn't enough for me. If you want to know my like full thoughts on it, then obviously the video is down below on that one. Next up is a book that I read for my Taze book club. It's a book club I run on this channel, and we read Mary Poppins by P.L. Travers. One of my all-time favourite books. One of the first books I ever reviewed on this channel was this book here. So I did a full discussion video recently on this. I'll link that video down below, and I also asked for your opinions, so you that read it along with me sent in your reviews and I read out the reviews. So if you want like my opinions on this book, but also other people's opinions that you might like agree with more, because I'm just one person, guys. Like I can spout my mouth off all day but you might like connect with someone else's review more. So I think that's a really interesting video. This is obviously about Mary Poppins. This nanny comes over, it's set in England, and the nanny is cruel. She's not very nice to children. She's magical. If you want to know my thoughts and feelings, the video is down below. Next up, I read Under the Lilacs by Louise M. Alcott. This actually took me a really long time to read, and it's not because I didn't like it, it's because I actually lost the book. And this is a gorgeous book, so I didn't want to like buy another edition or anything. But then when I finally got it back, I like gobbled it up because I thought this was lovely. This is about 2 girls that find a dog called Sanch, and the dog can do all these tricks. It's very bizarre, and it's set in a quaint like southern American town, and so these 2 girls are like, oh my god, this dog can like do tricks, what's going on, like witchcraft or what? And then they want to find out who owns the dog, and they find out who owns the dog is a boy called Ben, and Ben and his dog Sanch are running away from the circus where they used to work. And it's lovely, but at the same time sinister, because I think when it was published around that time, like children's fiction was more sinister, it was more cruel, like Mary Poppins as well. I really liked this, but I've got a whole video review where I go like more in depth into my feelings into this book, which I will link down below. It's becoming a bit of a catchphrase, isn't it? But I really did love this, and I read Little Women as well, and I thought Little Women was nice, it was cozy. I kind of got it, like this family had money and then they didn't have money and they were adjusting to life and everything. But this for me is the better Louise M. Alcott book, because it's got real like devastation within it and real drama. I felt really did love this, really can not recommend that enough. And if you're on the fence like should I read it, then check out my video review, because then I go more in depth and you might like it a bit more, see the themes that are involved. Now this one I haven't actually spoken about on the channel, but I have read aloud, and I read Edgar Allan Poe's Morella, which is a short story, and I literally read it aloud. The video hasn't got many views because like videos like that don't really get a lot of views when I do them, like audiobooky things. So if you have not read Edgar Allan Poe's short story Morella and you would like to, skip back on my channel, I'll leave it down below, and I read out the whole short story from start to finish. I read it aloud on the channel because it's out of copyright. It's in the public domain, I could read it out, so I did. start to finish, the whole thing. You've got an audiobook from me, and it's about a man who he meets a woman called Morella. He's obsessed with her. She's really like intelligent woman. They then get married, and they're not really in love, but they're just, he's very much in awe, and he describes himself as kind of like a student of hers, he feels, through life. And she becomes obsessed with the idea of when you die, your identity, everything that makes you you, dies as well. So you put in like all this work to be you, and then when you die, that's it, end of the story. And so she gets really kind of haunted by this. She then dies, and when she dies, she was pregnant at the time, her daughter is born, but her daughter is not born until she says her last like breath, and then her daughter comes to life. And he obviously loves this like child, she's beautiful, he loves her, and then he realises that the child is a bit too similar to Morella, a bit too identical to Morella. How does she know things that Morella would say? Sayings. She's never met her mum. He doesn't talk to her about her mum, yet she's like the same as Morella. Such a great short story, like honestly, so good. And if you don't want to like read it in its physical form, I've read it aloud. You can just audiobook it. It's like 20 minutes, done. And that's it. That's all that I read in November. All the videos are down below, so you can check out these books further if you would like to. I am going forward going to make a video, like I said like at the beginning of this video, just repeating myself here, but I'm going to make a video on every book that I have like an opinion on, because I think it's so much more interesting to watch like a 10-minute review on a book than someone just trying to like cram all the books into one video at the end of the month. And also it'll hopefully make these wrap-ups not as long, not 20 minutes long, although some of those individual book reviews might be 20 minutes long. My like audiobook was like 18 minutes long, so there'll still be long videos on the channel. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to subscribe, feel free, go on, come in, take your shoes off, join us here. Every time I say that, it sounds like I'm like starting a cult. Because I can't say it normal. I'm like, join us here. It sounds very creepy. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here. You can watch the other videos if you would like, a little bit more of my face, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Tell me what your favourite book in November was that you read, or tell me, I really need book recommendations, tell me what is a book that you think I would like. Let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you again soon for another video.